Have you ever sensed that someone wasn't genuinely happy for you? Maybe a friend gave you a half-hearted congratulations, a coworker subtly undermined your success, or someone dismissed your achievements as just luck. Jealousy is everywhere, sometimes obvious, sometimes hidden behind a smile. In today's hyper-connected world, where social media fuels endless comparisons, envy can fester beneath even the most polite conversations. But here's the real challenge. How do you recognize jealousy before it starts affecting you? The Stoics, masters of self-mastery and emotional resilience, understood this well. They taught that while we cannot control others' envy, we can control how we respond to it. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you want to spot jealous people instantly and protect your inner peace, you need to recognize the signs early and handle them with wisdom. Let's dive into 10 subtle yet powerful indicators of jealousy and how you can navigate them with the calm and confidence of a true Stoic. Number 1, they downplay your success. Imagine this. You've worked tirelessly on a project at work. After weeks of late nights, careful planning, and overcoming obstacles, the presentation goes off without a hitch. Your boss and colleagues praise your efforts, but one person, perhaps a peer or even a friend, shrugs and says, "Well, it wasn't that hard." This kind of dismissive reaction can feel like a gut punch, especially when it comes from someone you thought would be supportive. For a Stoic, the key to navigating such moments lies in understanding that this behavior stems not from your success, but from their insecurity. Epictetus reminds us, don't value yourself for what others think of you. Your true worth lies in your own actions and choices. By internalizing this principle, you can detach your self-worth from external validation, including the reactions of those who downplay your achievements. Jealousy often arises when someone perceives your success as a mirror reflecting their own perceived inadequacies. They might feel threatened or resentful, not because of what you've done, but because it forces them to confront their own lack of progress or effort. Instead of taking their reaction personally, a Stoic would view it as an opportunity to practice empathy and detachment. The modern world bombards us with comparisons, whether through social media, professional achievements, or personal milestones. It's easy to feel hurt when someone minimizes your efforts, but remember, their opinion doesn't diminish your accomplishment. Ask yourself, did I work hard? Did I act with integrity? Did I learn and grow through this experience? If the answer is yes, that's all the validation you need. When someone downplays your success, respond with calm confidence. Acknowledge their comment without defensiveness. For example, if they say, "That wasn't so impressive," you might respond, "I'm proud of the effort I put into it. It was a great learning experience." This not only diffuses potential conflict, but also reinforces your inner strength. Over time, practicing this detachment allows you to cultivate a sense of inner peace that isn't shaken by others' opinions. By focusing on your values and actions, you build a fortress of self-worth that jealousy cannot penetrate. Number 2, they give backhanded compliments. Backhanded compliments are an art form of subtle jealousy. Phrases like, "You're doing well for someone without much experience," or your lucky things just fall into place for you, are designed to undermine while pretending to offer praise. These comments can leave you feeling uneasy, unsure whether to thank the person or confront them. The Stoic response to backhanded compliments is rooted in self-mastery and compassion. Marcus Aurelius advises, "Take care that you don't treat inhumanity as it treats human beings." This means resisting the urge to retaliate with sarcasm or anger. Instead, respond with grace and use the moment as an opportunity to practice equanimity. Consider a scenario. You're recognized for an accomplishment at work, and a colleague says, "Well, it's easy for you. You've got the boss's ear." A natural reaction might be to defend yourself, but a Stoic approach would be to reframe their comment. Respond with something like, "I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had, and I've worked hard to make the most of them." This response acknowledges your efforts while sidestepping the negativity. Backhanded compliments are often a reflection of the giver's internal struggles. They might feel envious of your achievements, but lack the emotional maturity to express it constructively. By responding calmly and kindly, you diffuse their negativity without compromising your own values. Stoicism teaches us that our reactions, not others' words, define our character. Backhanded compliments lose their sting when we refuse to let them affect us. Instead of internalizing the negativity, use the moment to reinforce your commitment to inner peace and integrity. Number 3, they celebrate your failures. One of the most painful expressions of jealousy is when someone takes pleasure in your misfortunes. This might manifest as a snide remark when you face a setback or an overtly gleeful, "I told you so." While it's natural to feel hurt or betrayed, Stoicism provides a framework for turning these moments into opportunities for growth. Seneca offers a profound insight. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. A person who celebrates your failures reveals their own inner poverty. They crave validation, and your misstep temporarily soothes their feelings of inadequacy. Understanding this can help you respond with compassion rather than anger. Let's say you've launched a new project, but it doesn't yield the results you hoped for. A jealous colleague might say, "I knew that wasn't going to work." Instead of engaging in a defensive back and forth, a Stoic response would focus on the lessons learned. You might say, "This was a valuable experience, and I'm excited to use what I've learned to improve next time." This approach shifts the focus from their negativity to your growth. For Stoics, failure is not a source of shame, but a necessary step in the journey of self-improvement. By refusing to let others' reactions dictate your self-perception, you transform failure into a powerful tool for personal development. Remember, their glee at your setback speaks more to their character than yours. As a Stoic, your response should reflect your commitment to resilience and wisdom. Number 4, they constantly compare themselves to you. Comparison is at the root of jealousy. In a world dominated by social media and constant visibility into other people's lives, many individuals find it difficult to resist comparing their achievements, relationships, or possessions with others. Jealousy often emerges when someone measures themselves against you and feels they fall short. This behavior might manifest as constant questioning, like, "Why did they get that promotion and not me?" Or subtle remarks that suggest they're keeping score. Marcus Aurelius observed, "How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life." This quote invites us to adopt a broader perspective on human behavior, recognizing that comparison is a natural but often misguided impulse. For a Stoic, the antidote to jealousy-driven comparisons lies in focusing on one's own path rather than measuring it against others. Imagine a friend who is always comparing their career progress to yours. If you get a promotion, they immediately talk about their own ambitions. If you buy a new car, they bring up their plans to get an even better one. This kind of behavior can feel exhausting and even diminish your enjoyment of your achievements. However, Stoicism teaches that their comparisons are not a reflection of your value, but of their dissatisfaction. Instead of engaging in this game of one-upmanship, a Stoic would redirect the conversation. When faced with comparison, respond with humility and encouragement. For instance, if they say, "You're so lucky to have that job," you might reply, "I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had, and I'm sure you'll achieve your goals too." This response diffuses tension while subtly encouraging them to focus on their own journey. The key is to resist internalizing their behavior. As a Stoic, you recognize that the only person you should compare yourself to is your past self. Are you improving? Are you living according to your values? By keeping your focus inward, you can maintain peace regardless of external comparisons. Number 5, they imitate you but never acknowledge it. Imitation, as they say, is the sincerest form of flattery, but when it comes from jealousy, it can feel uncomfortable or even frustrating. A jealous person might copy your style, ideas, or work without giving you credit. While this can be annoying, a Stoic sees such imitation as an opportunity to practice humility and detachment. Epictetus advises, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This means focusing on living authentically and letting your actions speak for themselves. When someone imitates you, it's often because they admire something about you, but lack the confidence to express it openly. Rather than confronting them or seeking acknowledgement, a Stoic would view their imitation as irrelevant to their own path. Imagine you've introduced a creative idea at work and a colleague starts presenting it as their own. Instead of becoming defensive or accusatory, take a step back and assess what truly matters. Did your idea contribute to the team's success? If so, that's enough. Responding with composure and generosity demonstrates your confidence and integrity, qualities that no one can imitate. When faced with imitation, remind yourself that true innovation comes from within. The value of your ideas isn't diminished by someone else copying them. By staying true to your principles and focusing on your own growth, you maintain control over your narrative and character. Number 6, they spread gossip about you. One of the most toxic expressions of jealousy is gossip. When someone feels threatened or envious, they might resort to spreading rumors or twisting facts to undermine you. Gossip can damage reputations and create unnecessary tension, but a Stoic sees it for what it truly is, a reflection of the gossiper's character, not your own. Epictetus offers a powerful perspective. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, Do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone." This witty yet profound statement reminds us not to take gossip personally. Instead, it invites us to practice self-awareness and resilience. Imagine hearing that a colleague has been spreading false rumors about you at work. The instinctive reaction might be anger or a desire to confront them. However, a Stoic approach would focus on what you can control, your response. Instead of engaging in conflict, maintain your professionalism and let your actions speak louder than their words. Over time, your character and integrity will outshine any false narratives. When dealing with gossip, focus on the bigger picture. Does the gossip truly affect your goals or values? Most often, the answer is no. By refusing to let others' words disrupt your peace, you demonstrate strength and clarity. Remember, the truth always prevails, and your reputation is built on your actions, not the opinions of others. Number 7, they avoid celebrating your wins. Jealousy often prevents people from celebrating others' success. If someone consistently avoids acknowledging your achievements or seems indifferent when you share good news, it's a subtle but telling sign of envy. While this can be disappointing, Stoicism offers a way to navigate such situations without bitterness. Marcus Aurelius advises, "Rejoice in the things that are present. All else is beyond thee." This wisdom encourages us to focus on our own joy and accomplishments rather than seeking validation from others. When someone fails to celebrate your success, it says more about their internal struggles than your achievement. Imagine sharing exciting news with a friend, like getting a promotion or completing a major project, only to receive a half-hearted response like, "Oh, that's cool." While this might sting, a Stoic would remind themselves that their success doesn't depend on others' reactions. Instead of dwelling on the lack of support, celebrate your win internally and with those who genuinely care. To address this behavior with compassion, consider their perspective. They might feel inadequate or insecure, making it hard for them to celebrate others. By responding with kindness and understanding, you can rise above their negativity. For instance, you might say, "I'm really excited about this milestone. It's been a long journey. How are things going with your goals?" This shifts the focus back to them and creates an opportunity for connection. Ultimately, the Stoic approach to handling indifference is to remain anchored in your values and accomplishments. Your happiness isn't diminished by someone else's inability to share it. By cultivating inner contentment, you free yourself from the need for external validation. Number 8, they criticize you excessively. Excessive criticism is one of the most common ways jealousy manifests. Jealous individuals might nitpick your work, find faults where none exist, or exaggerate small errors. Their aim? To bring you down to their perceived level or to undermine your confidence. While it's natural to feel hurt or defensive, Stoicism offers a path to handle such behavior with grace and resilience. Seneca wisely stated, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This quote reminds us that criticism, even when rooted in jealousy, can be an opportunity for growth. By examining the feedback objectively, you can separate valid points from baseless negativity and use the experience to refine yourself. Imagine you've completed a significant project and a colleague bombards you with unwarranted critiques. This isn't up to standard. Why didn't you do it this way instead? While it's tempting to argue or dismiss their comments outright, a Stoic would pause and reflect. Is there any truth in their words? If yes, take it as an opportunity to improve. If not, let the criticism roll off your back, knowing it's a reflection of their own insecurities. The key to navigating excessive criticism is detachment. Instead of personalizing their words, see them as noise that doesn't define your worth. You might respond by saying, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll take it into consideration." This calm, measured response disarms their negativity while maintaining your composure. Ultimately, excessive criticism loses its power when you refuse to let it dictate your self-perception. By focusing on your growth and staying true to your values, you transform criticism into a stepping stone for personal development. Number 9. They sabotage your efforts. Sabotage, whether overt or subtle, is a particularly harmful expression of jealousy. It might look like a colleague withholding crucial information, a friend undermining your confidence, or someone actively working to hinder your progress. While such actions can be frustrating or even infuriating, Stoicism teaches us to remain focused on what we can control, our own response. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When faced with sabotage, this principle encourages us to resist the urge to retaliate. Instead, maintain your integrity and focus on overcoming the obstacles in your path. Imagine a coworker who deliberately forgets to share important details about a project, causing you to miss a deadline. A reactive approach might involve confronting them angrily or even trying to sabotage them in return. However, a Stoic response would prioritize problem-solving over vengeance. Address the situation calmly, document the incident if necessary, and focus on finding solutions to move forward. Sabotage can also serve as a reminder to strengthen your systems and safeguards. Whether it's double-checking information or fostering transparency in your processes, use the experience as a chance to fortify your position. By refusing to stoop to their level, you preserve your character and ensure your efforts remain aligned with your values. Over time, your resilience and professionalism will speak louder than their attempts to undermine you. As Marcus Aurelius emphasized, true strength lies in choosing not to emulate the negative behaviors of others. Number 10. They disappear when you're doing well. One of the more subtle signs of jealousy is when someone withdraws or distances themselves when you succeed. While they might be present during your struggles, they vanish when it's time to celebrate your wins. This behavior can feel disheartening, especially when it comes from someone you considered a friend or ally. Seneca reminds us, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This wisdom encourages us to prioritize relationships that nurture growth and mutual support. When someone consistently disappears during your moments of triumph, it may be a sign that the relationship isn't as supportive as you once thought. Consider this scenario. You've just achieved a major milestone, such as buying your first home or receiving a promotion. You share the news with a friend, only to be met with silence or a tepid response. Over time, they become less communicative, leaving you to celebrate alone. While this might sting, a Stoic would view it as an opportunity to reassess the relationship. Are they truly someone who supports your growth and happiness? If not, it may be time to shift your energy toward more fulfilling connections. Instead of resenting their absence, practice gratitude for the people who do celebrate with you. Focus on cultivating relationships that reflect your values and aspirations. By surrounding yourself with supportive individuals, you create an environment where success is shared and celebrated. Remember, their withdrawal isn't about you. It's about their struggle to reconcile your success with their own insecurities. By maintaining compassion and perspective, you can move forward without letting their absence dim your joy. Jealousy is a universal human experience, one that can manifest in countless ways, from subtle criticism to outright sabotage. While it's tempting to react with frustration or hurt, Stoicism offers a more constructive path. By focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and values, you can navigate jealousy with grace and resilience. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This principle reminds us that others' jealousy, no matter how it manifests, is ultimately beyond our control. What we can control is how we respond, with wisdom, empathy, and integrity. By recognizing the signs of jealousy and applying Stoic principles, you protect your peace and foster personal growth. Whether it's responding to excessive criticism, addressing sabotage, or reassessing unsupportive relationships, the Stoic path empowers you to rise above negativity and stay true to your purpose. Jealousy may be an inevitable part of human interaction, but it doesn't have to define your journey. By embodying the virtues of resilience, compassion, and self-mastery, you can transform these challenges into opportunities for growth and wisdom. And in doing so, you create a life guided by inner strength and unshakable peace. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it to spread the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future videos on Stoic living and personal growth. Thank you for watching, and I wish you strength on your journey.